I think I'll give you all a little garden tour. This is right outside of our breakfast room window. The petunias are not looking very pretty right now, but it's been gorgeous. There's a Hummer. This green plant here with purple inside is Mona Lavender. It's getting ready to bloom. Lavender blooms all over. A begonia that I revived from just a stick. It's been in the plant hospital. Now here's the real plant hospital on this table. And they're all looking pretty good. Coming along. Back here is some of my smaller ferns and smaller caladiums. It's a pretty good sized hosta. Some walking iris in a pot back here. Back around to the hosta and caladiums and ferns. Looking that way at more caladiums. Some late Mexican sunflowers blooming there. Now let's come around, back around the plant hospital. More caladiums. A patch of creeping Jenny that has been chartreuse green. It's a little darker now. Hostas. Lots of hostas. Rubber plant that you all can have in the ground. I have to have in a pot back there. But it's a big pot. Some more hostas. Here, that is a hydrangea that blooms early, so it's past blooming. This is my bottle brush buckeye. Started from seed by a friend. And the little light green spikes right there are spent blooms. Look up bottle brush buckeye. And you couldn't see it, a federal buckeye. I've got both, and the blooms are spectacular on both when they're blooming. On around, let's get a little close now. Right here is something that's been in my plant hospital. It was to the point you could just see a nub in the pot. Didn't want to give it up and throw it away, so I've been nursing it along, and it looks good. Looks good right now, considering. Okay, on around. There's my angel on the tree, a gift from Jedediah to my parents years ago. Isn't she sweet? I know you'll love that, Emily. And on around, things that have already bloomed, a bunch of hostas. A lot of this you're seeing's bloomed. Right back in there is a beautyberry that will be covered with deep purple blooms in another month or two. On around to the hostas. The caladiums. Things, bee balm that's already bloomed. More hostas on around, caladiums. Caladiums on around. More ferns, more caladiums. Airplane plant here with lots of babies on it. Around some phlox that's about past bloom. More ferns. More ferns. Down here are ferns that are huge on the ground. They're hardy. Fig tree that's barren. Can't get that thing to bear figs, but the leaves are pretty. Some more ferns, more ferns. See, there's very little grass down here. I want to make a whole flower bed out of this backyard. Now back off right here. One of my new English garden benches, which I have two. A palm tree behind, beautiful Koya in the pot on the ground. And then the tall plant behind is a bleeding heart that's just finished blooming. And it has white blooms with red centers, hence the bleeding heart. Yeah, here's some spent blooms from the bleeding heart right in there where they're finally finished blooming. Small palm tree here. Back over to the edge to a new bed that I'm starting. And they're hardy begonias they have sweet little pink blooms, and the stems on them have a red tinge to them. And they're just new baby plants. Okay, that's mostly the backyard, part of the backyard. There's up on the back porch, the top steps. Let me go up there. Sorry. Close your eyes if you get car sick, seasick. These have gone to, there's the buckets where the neighbors have been watering. But these are a salvia that have been just gorgeous. But they've gotten so tall while we're gone. I mean, huge out of these two pots right down here with the beautiful crown cover that's coming out of it. Now let's step up here again. This plant is gorgeous. You can't even see the pot or the stand that it's in. Some more hay racks with petunias and creeping Jenny. And petunias are not my favorite, and these have been pretty, but they're not right now. And my bottle tree that I'm working on. And this was one that was in the plant hospital, and it's doing a little bit better. But it has the prettiest little pink pincushion blooms, which are just about spent right there. There's a few that are coming new little blooms. Yeah, there's the big Traeger. There's the big Traeger. Oh, focus, Winona, focus. And there's where the one we carried with us goes. Now, let's see here what we've got. Oh, here's flanking my back door. There's one pot. There's another pot. Don't look at all the old wine bottles. They're projects in waiting. Staghorn fern. Okay.